Have you ever felt truly lost? Not just taken a wrong turn, but felt the world closing in, with every shadow hiding a new fear? This is the story of Gabi, a young woman whose dream hiking trip through the breathtaking Tsitsikamma Forest in South Africa turned into a living nightmare. The Tsitsikamma is a place of stunning contrasts. Towering yellowwood trees create a dense canopy, plunging the forest floor into a perpetual twilight. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming fire. It's a hiker's paradise, but when Gabi took a wrong turn, this paradise quickly revealed its darker side. The familiar trail vanished, replaced by an impenetrable maze of tangled roots and thorny bushes. Panic began to set in as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, menacing shadows that danced and twisted like ghostly figures. The cheerful birdsong of the day was replaced by the eerie calls of nocturnal creatures and the unsettling snap of twigs in the darkness. With her phone dead and her water supply dwindling, Gabi had to rely on pure instinct. Every survival show she'd ever watched, every snippet of advice she'd ever heard, replayed in her mind. Her first priority was water. She followed the subtle downward slope of the land, listening for the faintest sound of trickling water, her ears straining against the cacophony of the forest. Finally, a glimmer of hope, a small, clear stream. Cupping the cold, life-giving water in her hands was a moment of sheer relief, a small victory against the overwhelming odds. But the forest wasn't just a physical challenge, it was a psychological one. She found herself talking to the trees, to the unseen animals, just to hear a voice, even if it was her own. Days blurred into a grueling cycle of searching for food and shelter. She remembered reading about edible ferns and berries, but the fear of accidentally poisoning herself was constant. She cautiously tasted plants, her heart pounding with every bite. At night, she'd find a shallow cave or the hollow of a large tree to huddle in, piling leaves around her for warmth, her body aching from exhaustion and cold. The forest was alive with sounds she couldn't identify, low growls, rustling in the undergrowth. Was it a leopard, a caracal, or just her imagination running wild? Just as her hope was beginning to fade, she saw it, a faint, unnatural light flickering in the distance. At first she thought she was hallucinating, but as she stumbled closer, her body screaming in protest, the light grew stronger. It was a campfire. With the last of her strength she cried out, her voice raw and hoarse. The figures around the fire turned, their faces illuminated by the flames. They were park rangers, part of a search party that had been combing the forest for days. The wave of relief that washed over her was so immense, she collapsed. Gabi had survived. She walked into the Tsitsikamma as a tourist, but she walked out a survivor, forever changed by the forest's dark beauty and her own incredible will to live. Her story is a chilling reminder that even in the most beautiful places, we are only ever a few wrong steps away from a battle for our lives. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.